You may be tempted to think that exorcism is an obscure practice relegated to history books and horror movies, but this form of combating the devil is surprisingly widespread, both here in America and around the world. What is rare is actually getting to see an exorcism in process. But tonight, ABC's Bob Woodruff takes us deep into the jungles of Colombia to meet a man who claims he fights Satan full-time and for a price. Here's our series, Off the Map.
You're about to witness a terrifying but fascinating ritual.
Es muy mala.
Sí, mala.
En el nombre de Dios todo.
He is a man who many believe is blessed with special powers, direct from God. Battling with a demon, he says, has taken over this woman's body
8, 9, 10.
and is trying to kill her.
¿Qué es lo que quieres?
Yo me voy, pero matar a Sandra.
It's an idea made famous in the movies.
Amen.
The ability to fight face to face with the devil. But Hollywood's version of The Exorcist has nothing on this,
Me voy, no.
because these are not actors. They're real villagers and farmers, even their young children, willing to spend an entire month's salary in the hope they'll be saved by one of South America's most sought-after spiritual leaders.
Sangre de Cristo.
They call him El Exorcista,
Espíritu Santo, Espíritu Santo.
The Exorcist.
Espíritu Santo, de la que caiga, de la que caiga.
To meet Brother Hermes Cifuente, we traveled deep into the Andes Mountains of western Colombia,
The people have to travel a long way to get here.
hitching a ride with his brother, who is a cab driver.
All right, well, this would be interesting to see. I've never in my entire life ever witnessed any kind of exorcism.
But first, an unexpected stop at a gas station where our translator tries to convince the driver that the car has plenty of fuel for the trip.
He said, no, it's for the fire. And I said, what fire? The one he puts around the people.
Hermano Hermes, buenos días.
Nice to meet you.
At Brother Hermes' farm, he's eager to show us videos of his past work,
Uno y cero. No quiero.
services that do not come cheap.
Uno a 30
He charges the equivalent of $35 for a diagnosis
Fuerte y en tu lengua.
and $230 for an actual exorcism.
Well, that's your father.
As a second-generation exorcist, he says he's battled thousands of demons in the past 25 years.
What's the worst case you've ever seen?
Brother Hermes describes a woman who came to him, cursed to be like a frog.
Güero, la piel como la de un sapo, y en el ritual cantaba y sacaba la lengua como la del sapo.
He claims he was able to cure her, but local Catholic leaders say it's all an act. They disapprove of the work that he does here. But is it really that far-fetched? Watch this. It's what many believe is Pope Francis himself performing an exorcism on a wheelchair-bound man. It happened earlier this year in Rome. Pope Francis holds his hands right on the man's head for 15 seconds while the man shakes and makes strange sounds. The Vatican downplayed the incident, but many believers say there's no doubt in what they saw. In fact, belief in the power of exorcism is as old as Christianity itself. The New Testament tells of Jesus casting off demons. Even today, the Catholic Church has an 84-page book, a how-to guide for getting rid of the devil.
You've seen a witch inside you?
Sí, señor, la he visto.
What did it look like?
Es un animal feo, un animal horrible, un animal grande, feo.
Claudia is one who has come to Brother Hermes seeking a cure from what you might call a messy divorce. She claims her ex-husband had a curse put on her, so she'd never love another man. But Olga says her troubles are far more serious.
So a woman put a
O sea que hay una mujer
Put a curse on you.
fue a la bruja para que la
Sí,
bruja le
Sandra
hiciera
fue
una
ante la bruja.
maleficio.
Sí, fue ante la bruja para que me hiciera el maleficio para matarme.
And the curse was that she be killed.
Porque está en el cuerpo y todas esas cosas. Entonces yo comienzo, como se dice, a hablar directamente con el espíritu. Alma de Cristo, cuerpo de Cristo, sangre de Cristo, agua del costado de Cristo, pasión de Cristo, Holy One Jesús, Dios está con nosotros.
You can see that they've now been covered all with dirt, and also lime, flowers, eggs have all been wrapped into their feet.
¿Por qué le hace daño al hermano?
Then a warning that we should all move back.
Habla a ver.
Olga's demon is putting up a fight.
Retirarte. Comienza a retirarte. Comienza a retirarte. 10.
As he counts down, she becomes agitated.
15, 16, 17, 18.
It's an intense confrontation, lasting more than 20 minutes.
24, 25. Dios, hijo, ¿qué es lo que quieres? ¿Qué es lo que quieres?
Yo me voy, pero
Vas
matar
ahí.
a Sandra.
No te metas más ahí y busca la luz. Busca la luz en el nombre de Dios.
Can you just tell me how you feel?
¿Cómo se siente?
¿Se va a retirar o qué vamos a hacer con
Un poco
usted?
mareada.
A little bit dizzy. I saw her going like this,
She
like
was saying
waving, saying
goodbye.
goodbye.
She's saying goodbye. So this is, are you completely better now?
¿Y se siente mejor
the evil
ahora? ¿Cómo
gone?
se siente? ¿Cómo?
No, ahora ya me pasó, ya estoy bien.
I'm
Ya,
well
gracias.
now.
Declaramos.
But there's still work to be done on Claudia. That witch's spell keeping her from finding new love.
Espíritu Santo, Espíritu Santo, Espíritu Santo, Espíritu Santo, Espíritu Santo, Espíritu Santo. Déjala que caiga, déjala quieta, déjala quieta.
Did it work? Do you feel like you,
Funcionó?
do you feel like you got that soul out of you? You deeply believe in Brother Hermes?
En el Hermano Hermes.
Y en Dios.
He's gonna actually go try to save a child now. Inside, we find a young boy and his mother. This time it's not a demon, but a severe stomachache. And no doctor has been able to help. And whatever powers Brother Hermes may have, we witness this. The boy stops crying.
He sounded like he was being kind of getting tortured by you, but he was crying a lot.
No, y eso es bueno que ellos suelten el llanto.
It's good that they cry out.
Mucha paz.
And whether you think he's a man of God or just another sly huckster, there's no denying the impact he has on the people here,
Dios te bendiga, hermano.
or their belief that this simple man can change their lives.
Is there any way you can test me to see if I'm actually possessed by some kind of evil spirit?
He says it doesn't work really that way. He says that a person comes who does bad things, so you do not have a bad spirit, you have the Spirit of God that made you wise, that made you a good journalist, that's your gift.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for that. I'm glad the diagnosis actually turns out pretty well.
But before we can really get back on the road, Brother Hermes shares a secret of his own. He loves that movie,
And I'm the devil.
The Exorcist.
Now kindly undo these straps.
He's been fascinated by it ever since he was a little boy, and says he will produce the next remake.
You want to be the next Exorcist star.
Exactamente. Del enemigo malo defiéndela.
Who's going to play you in the movie?
He's going to be himself.
No George Clooney? No Tom Cruise?
Mira que se van acabando, va llegando el hermano Hermes.
He says they're going to go fade away, and that's when I come in.
All right, we can't wait to see your movie.
I'm Bob Woodruff for Nightline in La Cumbra, Colombia.